Hey everyone, welcome to your yoga mat today. So today's sequence is going to be more about mobility, so working through the various joints. So it's mostly going to be mat based, so you will need a block and a strap. As always, listening to your body. So if you're working with any limitations, if you're working with any injuries, restrictions, please do listen to your body. Don't do anything that doesn't feel right or inflicts pain. We want to work with discomfort, especially through areas of tightness, but never any pain. So let's get started. We will first ground ourselves on our mat and just spend a little bit of time connecting to the breath and arriving here today. So cross-legged or kneeling, a comfortable seated position for you. Close down the eyes. Either bring the hands down into your lap, or you can take the hands to the knees, palms up or down. Find comfort in your pose. Then grow tall through the spine, tuck the chin slightly. Good. Shoulders nice and soft away from the ears, soften the jaw. Well done. And then just pause. Breathe in through the nose, allow the tummy to fully rise as we inhale. Then exhale as you soften the tummy. So the breath comes in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. And then take the hands in your lap, interlace the hands. As we inhale, guide the hands up towards the ceiling. As you bring your hands to your chest, flip the palms and then reach the arms up overhead. Imagine you're taking the breath up. Flip the palms as we exhale, press the air down. Good. All the way down to the mat space. Inhale, take the breath all the way up. Flip the palms as we reach the air up, taking the breath, as much breath in as possible. Flip the palms as we exhale, press the air down. Good. Two more like that. Inhale. Deep inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale to soften and release the air out. Good. Inhale, that energetic breath in. The exhale, cleansing, releasing breath out. Good. And then soften, release the hands, blink the eyes open. Bring the right fingertips to the mat. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. Exhale, a little side bend to the right. So roll the left shoulder back just a little bit. Ground down through the left sit bone. Squeeze the tummy, really find that space through the left hip and the side waist. Inhale, center, release the left fingertips down, reach the right arm up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Good. Breathing here, roll the right shoulder back, nice and active. Tuck the chin slightly. Good. Inhale, center, release the right hand down. Taking the hands in front of you, inhale to find that length. Then exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards. So imagine you're grounding the sit bones behind you, chest draws through. We don't want to be curving through the spine here, so have as much length as possible. If you're not on your forearms, then come to the fingertips, but keep that length, keep that activation through the glutes, through the tummy. Good. One more breath here. Keep the chin slightly tucked. Good, and then walk the hands back in. Change the cross of the legs. Good. Inhale to find length. Exhale, hinge forwards, folding over. Nice. Breathing here. Keep the chin slightly tucked. Shoulders glide down. Nice and soft. Good. Just take the breath to wherever you're feeling it. So the inhale finds space, energizing. Exhale softens, releases any tension, stagnation. Good. Inhale, walk the hands back in towards you. Take the hands to the knees. Good. And then we're going to come into some clockwise circular movement. So inhale, draw the chest forwards. The exhale draws everything back. Inhale, draw forwards. Exhale, draw back. Good. One more round this way. Good. And then change direction in an anti-clockwise direction. Good. Get as much movement through the body as you can. Good. That's it. And then coming back slowly to center. Good. So we're going to transition onto our knees. So we're going to tuck the toes under. I'll show you face on. Tuck the toes under. So come up with the heels and then tuck the toes under. Just make sure that all the 10 toes are tucked under, including the pinky toe. If this is too intense, then come up and bring the hips up. But what we want to do is get that lovely stretch through the soles of the feet, an area which we don't often open, but we store a lot of tension there. So just pause here. Good. Breathing, close down the eyes, and just notice if it's the mind that starts screeching for you to come out, which is uncomfortable, yeah, but try to breathe through it and try to breathe through the resistance that the mind is giving you. And yeah, really feel that opening. So breathing here, in through the nose and out through the nose. Nice. In through the nose and out through the nose. Maybe close down the eyes. Take a deep breath in as we inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands through your heart center. 2 more like that. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands come through heart center. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And then we're going to slowly come forward. Release the feet. Come to our tabletop. And then just gently pat the toes up and down to bring some movement through those feet. Good. And then we're going to come to sit back down onto the heels. Taking a block this time. So take your block. Place the block between the palms with the fingers over the edge. So stay nice and tall through the spine. Tummy draws in. And we're going to come into our protraction and our retraction through the shoulders. So keep the chin slightly tucked. And as we inhale, imagine you're keeping your trunk as still as you can and reach the arms forwards as much as you can. It's going to be a really small movement, okay? Keep squeezing the block between the hands so we activate through the chest and the biceps. Then as we exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Imagine you're drawing the shoulder blades closer together. So the torso, the upper body stays still. It's the arms that reach forwards. Inhale, reach the arms forwards. Good, so feel the shoulder blades draw away from each other. Exhale, squeeze together. Keep squeezing the block. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Pause here. Squeeze the tummy. Squeeze the block. Inhale. Start to lift the block up overhead. There'll be some elevation in the shoulders. Good. Keep squeezing the block. Try not to flare the ribs. Exhale to release down. So keep the trunk super strong. Keep squeezing the block between the hands. Good. Pause with the arms in front of you. Inhale. Good. Squeeze the block. Keep the tummy drawing in. Try to avoid the hips flaring or the movement coming from the lumbar spine. Everything squeezing in. Exhale to release down. Good. Tummy draws in. Squeeze the block. 2 more like that. Inhale. Whole breath in. Reaches the arms up overhead. Tummy draws in. Exhale. Good. Last one. Inhale. Nice. Exhale to release. Good. Release the block for a moment. Give the arms a shake. Bring some movement back. Good. So we're going to come to our cat-cow. So come to your all fours tabletop. Wrists underneath the shoulders. Knees underneath the hips. As we inhale, soften the tummy. Tilt the pelvis. Chest draws through as we gaze forward. Then as we exhale, draw the tummy in, chin draws in towards the chest, find that lovely dome in between the shoulders. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale. Maybe feeling a few crunches like you just maybe heard on me then. Exhale. Good. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good, and then come into a wide leg child's pose. So knees come matched with distance, big toes come to touch, send the hips down, and then hinge forwards, reaching the arms forward. Good, soften the chest down. Bring a little bit of movement side to side if that feels good in the hips. You can also roll over the forehead. That can feel really nice in terms of just easing any tension out of the neck. Good. Pause here. Nice. 2 more breaths here. Soften the jaw. And then slowly walk the hands in towards you. Coming down to one hip, we're going to come to our 90-90. So working through our hips now. So left leg comes in front, right leg comes behind you, flexing the feet. And here, so it kind of says it in the name, 90-90, like aim for a 90-degree angle, but it's going to depend on your own individual hips and your knees. Okay, so you want to find a place where you can soften down. The weight is distributed roughly evenly. So the right leg is in internal rotation, the left leg is in external rotation, left hip rather. So pause here, inhale to find length, then exhale, soften over. Okay, so breathing into the left hip, the inner right thigh. You can play around with the position, so you can walk the hands more over to the left if that feels good, or over to the right. Whatever feels good here, good. You want to feel that stretch, okay? Good, breathing here, tuck the chin slightly. Good, wherever you're feeling it, then just soften. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Good, one more breath here. Good, and then pressing up onto your hands. And then we're going to transition through our bear. So just passively bring the hands behind you, bring the legs through center, and then bring the ankles roughly in line with the knees, toes facing out, and just pause here. You can draw the hips slightly further forward to get a deeper opening through the inner thighs if you want. Good. And we want to feel that stretch here. So just breathe into wherever you're feeling it, the inner thighs. You might also feel it in the glutes. Try to keep the shoulders soft. Good. Soften the jaw, soften the neck. That's it. In through the nose and out through the nose. Good. Find your breath. Keep the shoulders nice and soft. Good. We're here for 5, 4. We want to feel that stretch. Maybe draw the legs further away. 2, 1. Good. And then transition to our 90-90 to the right. So the right hip is in external rotation. The left hip is in internal rotation. Again, you might want to draw the left heel closer towards you, the left knee higher, the right. So play around, whatever's comfortable. So feel that internal rotation through the left hip. Right hip is in external rotation, so you might feel it in the glute. And then pause and then hinge down. Again, you can come through center, you can bring the hands slightly to the left, slightly to the right. Just find your stillness here. Draw the chest through, soften the hips. Good. Allow the belly to rise as we inhale and fall as we exhale. That's it. Good. Breathing here. Soften the jaw. Good. One more breath here. And then slowly press yourself all the way up. Good, and then draw the legs through center. Good. Bring the soles of the feet together, allow the knees to open out wide. Interlace the hands around the toes. Inhale to find length, and then exhale, hinge forward. So lead with the chest, use the elbows inside the thighs. Keep the chin slightly tucked and just breathing here. We want to try and keep the spine nice and long, broad through the chest. Good. Breathing into the areas that you feel tense. Soften the jaw. Good. And then coming up slowly. Take the feet a little bit further away from you so you've got more of a triangle. And then we're just going to curve through the spine here. Maybe take the hands underneath the calves, tuck the chin, and just gently curve down, breathing into the different muscle fibers. So you might feel this more in the hamstrings, the hips, rather than the inner thighs. And just allow gravity to draw you down here. Good, give the head a little shake, yes, no. Soften the jaw. Good. 2 more breaths here. Well done. and then slowly coming all the way up. So we're going to come into our seated pigeon, our seated figure of four. So bring the hands down behind you, bring the feet in front of you, and then take the right ankle over the left thigh. And just pause here for a moment, allow the hips to shift, make any adjustments, and then maybe bring the hips side to side, easing into that right outer hip. Good. So you can either stay here if you want to work a little bit deeper, pause, draw that left heel closer towards the sit bones. Shoulders soft, good. Tummy strong. Again, you can stay in stillness or bring some movement as we breathe into that outer right hip. Keep the right foot flexed, right knee draws away from you. Good, and then pause here. Good. Then we're going to take the legs over to the left and then come to a little twist. So left hand comes around the right knee, right fingertips behind, and then find that twist towards the right. So you should also feel this, well, not should, but you might also feel this in the right outer hip. Right elbow bent. Good, soften the gaze, chin slightly tucked, gaze over the right shoulder. Good, release the twist, release the left hand. Bring the legs through center, right leg comes down. Just find a moment to readjust the hips, readjust the legs. Walk the feet a little bit further forward. Take the left ankle to the right thigh. Flex the left foot and pause here. Broaden through the chest. Good, maybe bring a little bit of movement side to side. Good. Nice. And then pause if you want to work deeper. Draw that right leg a little bit closer. Keep the chest drawing through. Left knee draws away. Right and left foot stays flexed. Stay in stillness or bring some dynamic movement. I quite like the dynamic movement here. So up to you, whatever feels good for your body. Good, and then come to stillness. And then allow the legs to come over to the right. Good. Right arm hugs the left knee. Left fingertips come behind. Inhale to find leg. Exhale, a little twist over to the left. Stay tall through the spine. Gentle tuck of the chin. Take the gaze over the left underarm. Shoulder. Good. Breathing here. Nice. Then release as we bring the legs back through center. Good. Release the legs. And then just bring a gentle sway side to side. So no drastic movement, just a real gentle sway side to side. Just ease through those hips. Good. And then when you're ready, coming down onto your back, coming through your Shavasana, so legs out long. You can also bring the legs up the wall or have a bend into the knees. But try to get used to having a longer Shavasana. It's really important, giving this time, this stillness back to ourselves, especially in today's world. We're often rushing left, right and centre, darting from A to B. So just giving yourself 5-10 minutes at the end of your yoga practice just to let go, be still, which is often very challenging for the mind as well. So it's a very good practice to get into. So when you're ready, coming to your stillness, you want to be as relaxed as possible. So I will leave you here. Hopefully see you on the mat space again soon, but please do take as long as you've got time for. It's always a pleasure to guide you through this yoga practice. Until next time, stay safe and stay healthy, and I will see you soon. Namaste.